Good evening, folks. Welcome back to some more Pentiment. Had a bit of a breather because of the quarry, of course, which we brought in for the Halloween special, which I was was enjoying so much that I had to continue playing it. So the other games kind of took a little bit of a back seat, but hey, we have returned now to normality, and we're back to Pentiment. Now, I may have surprised some of you because I'm 2 minutes early, and I'm very rarely early for a stream, but hey, here I am. I could have streamed this a little bit earlier, but I thought, no, we'll wait till 6. Wait till it gets dark outside. You know what I mean? Can't stream in the daylight hours, you're gonna laugh. But yes, so unexpected early stream. Yes, it's a pre-football stream. I'm off to football at 9 tonight, and it's like I can't do nothing before football other than sit here and, I don't know, play Football Manager. So I thought, oh, I'll stream, I've got plenty of time. I can get 2.5 hours in and start streaming at 6 and still have plenty of time to finish up before I head off to a very late football kickoff. I hate the 9 o'clock kickoff slot. But our team, we can only play at 8:30 and 9 because some of our players can't get there before 8:30, and it's like, oh, for God's sake. It's an awful time to play football because I hate eating before football, so I don't have my dinner until after I get back. So I'm having my dinner at 10 o'clock at night, which means that after I get home from work at, 3:30 I got home today? Between 3:30 and 9, I don't want to eat too much, so I'm like in a kind of a limbo state, and I just hate it. But anyway, it is what it is. So I've had a snack. I had a cup of tea with a currant tea cake. That's my pre-football snack. After football, I've got a healthy meal. I've got a nice bit of seasoned fish, a bit of jerk fish. And some chips, I think, and some mushy peas to look forward to, so it's not too heavy a meal. But anyway, less about that, more about what the hell you're saying. It gets dark outside around 4. I know, I hate winter, please. It's the most depressing time of year. You get out and, well, you know, if you start as early as I do at 7 in the morning, it's dark when you arrive at work, it's dark when you leave your house, you're in the office. I usually get home for about 1:30, 2-ish, and finish my day at home, but today I had meetings all day in the office. Couldn't get away until 3:30, got home and it was already turning dark. I'm like, oh, it's just miserable. It's just miserable. But hey, I've lived here all my life. It shouldn't be a surprise. I need an egg medley. That's very true. I was going to comment on the fact that clearly my pre-football routine has fallen by the wayside since the days of the health and fitness challenge, because yeah, egg medleys before football used to provide lots of energy to me, I must admit, but I kind of have fallen off. Although this week I'm pleased to report that I'm feeling probably the healthiest I've felt, and I started exercising again. So I exercised Monday, I exercised Tuesday, which is the first time I've exercised for 2 days consecutive since June, so that was a good start, because normally I've started to try to get back into exercise, and I did an exercise routine, and I just ached all over for it, and oh my. Whereas this time, I was like, no. So I've done that. I played football yesterday for an hour, ran around like a lunatic, played really well, scored a few goals. I'm playing football today. I'm exercising tomorrow, exercising Saturday. That's 6 days, fingers crossed, of continuous exercise, just like the good old days. So I'm hoping that's a good sign, because aches and pains, no. I did yoga Monday morning. I was supposed to do yoga this morning, but my alarm went off, but I couldn't be bothered. So I was like, oh, this is a bad habit. I need to, come on, keep the momentum up. So yeah, yoga maybe 3-4 times a week in the morning, exercising regularly. I've watched my calories. I've been back on my fitness pal again, and I'm watching what I eat. I've lost 3 pounds this week already. I'm feeling like my old self again. So this is good. This is a good sign. I mean, I still got doctor's appointments. Well, we'll see what they say, but I'm you know, we're all good judges of our own health without doctors telling us. We know when something's not right, and we know when we're feeling pretty healthy, and I'm feeling just like my old self pretty much now, so I'm taking that as a good sign. So, yeah. Now, talking of Christmas, we mentioned the C word there, Shelley, Christmas, not the naughty C word. And I was in the car this morning, and as I got in the car, shut the door, turned the engine on. I'll tell you but before we get to that bit, right? Strange phenomena, right? My car is parked underneath, I've mentioned this before, underneath oak trees, right? Or sycamore trees. About 4 of them. Opposite our house there's a patch of land which I've told you before we claimed under adverse possession as a community, so nobody can build on it, nobody can claim it, it's just going to be left to the nature. Brambles, blackberries grow there, it's great, foxes go in there, there's owls and bats, it's lovely. Right opposite, so there's no houses overlooking our house, no worrying about parking and stuff like that, it's lovely. Drawback is in spring and in autumn your car gets coated with all kinds of stuff from the trees. So in the spring it's all the sticky sap that's starting to get on the trees, and it's a nightmare on the cars. And I've got a white car now, and it's horrendous because all the leaves are falling off at the moment, so the car is covered in leaves and crap off the trees. And I got it washed last Saturday and it's already covered again. I'm like, oh my god. I went to the car yesterday to play football, and I was like, what the hell is this on the car? I kid you not. It must have been like, it must be like, right, today is, we get like an ant day, right? Flying ant day. We get a flying ant day, and one day of the year, all the flying ants come out. And they're all over the place. It's for one day only, and then they're gone, right? I get to my car yesterday to go to football, and my car roof and bonnet littered, and I mean littered, hundreds, and that's not an exaggeration, of dead green flies, which had turned black. Hundreds of them. Like literally somebody had gone into the trees and thought, you know what, I don't like any little blighters, sprayed them all with fly spray, and they all just, my car was covered in them. So it must be like, what, you just click your fingers and they all die at the same time? What is this? I don't know. There was a reason why I got to that story, and I completely forgot because I got put off track. But yeah, C word. So I got into the car, looked at all the dead flies and thought, they're still there, I need to wash these off on the weekend. Got in, I might take a picture of this. It's bizarre. The whole car's covered in dead flies. I'm like, what? Got in the car, put the heated seat on. First time I've done that this year. Bad sign. Cold weather's coming. Put the heated steering wheel on. Thought, yeah, I hate being cold. Let the car run for about 2 minutes and get a bit warmed up, and then turn the radio up, turn the volume up on the radio. The Fairy Tale of New York was playing. Is that what it's called, that Christmas song? The Fairy Tale of New York? I'm like, it's November the 14th. This is not Christmas song time at the minute. What the hell are you doing, Heart Radio? Turn this off. It's a classic song. For Christmas, it's November the 14th. Oh my god. I think it's the time of year about the flies. It's obviously autumn, the leaves are dropping off. Obviously, if those green fly eat the leaves and the stuff from the leaves, there's nothing to eat because all the leaves are dead. So I'm assuming they've just all died. Yeah, it's our time to die. It's autumn. All the wasps start to die off and stuff. All the bugs start to die off at this time of year. I'm just thinking, but it's just bizarre that they've all died at the same time on my car. Loads of the bloody things. Oh dear. Anyway, so yeah, Christmas advert. Yeah, I know, Christmas adverts. Oh, it's just too much. I'm a big Christmas fan. I love Christmas. You know that by now. But there's a limit. December the 1st at least, before we start all this nonsense. Come on. At least. True fact, they had Easter eggs in the store warehouse last Christmas Eve. Oh my god. Moo Moo, welcome. I haven't seen you for a while. I've just said I'm feeling the most well I've felt since June, so I hope you're well too. No, I didn't sort my car roof out yet. That's the task for this weekend. I'm just going to take it back to the car wash place and let them wash it again. Just going to say, wash these flies off, please. Oh my god. I'm actually wash it took my car to the car wash last week. The no rollers, no scratches kind of people. That's got all the Eastern Europeans that are, I can categorically say, are probably there illegally, bless them, because I've known operations being run down there when I was in the police, and they used to raid the place with border force. They spray your car with all the stuff. It's great. It only charge like £7. It's great. Happy days. I always give them a little tip and get an air freshener from them as well. And they don't usually do a good job, but this time I looked at my car roof and they'd missed loads of bits. It was all like all the stains from the leaves, the brown leaves. There were brown stains all on the roof, and I'm like, you can clearly see there's brown stains on the roof. The car is a Fiesta. It's not like it's a big flipping Range Rover thing that you can't see the top of it. I felt like taking it. I didn't want a refund, do you? I missed a bit. So when I go to the car wash this time, I say, can you just make sure the roof's clean, please? Don't mean to offend you, but last time I did a bit of a poor job. Bless him. To be fair, you know, if I'm too lazy to wash the car myself, you know, you kind of just take what you're given. It's kind of my mantra with these things. If you want a job doing properly, the saying is you should do it yourself. But it's one of the tasks that I've never really liked doing, washing the car, I must admit. I like doing the inside of the car. I never get valet done. I always kind of do it myself, but the outside washing bit, I can't be bothered. If I'm feeling really frisky after the car's been washed by the car wash place, I might even wax it myself. Just buff it with the turtle wax, but that's as far as I go when it comes to touching the outside of the vehicle. Anyway, there's a birthday boy in the house before we start properly. Cham, welcome Cham. I'm doing fine. How are you doing, more importantly? It's a big day today, and here you are spending it with me. I am actually quite honoured. You could be out enjoying yourself. So hopefully this stream entertains you. Hopefully you've got something planned this evening, nice meals, somebody cooking a nice meal for you, maybe going out for a meal perhaps. What was it on your car? Come on. Dead flies. Moo moo, dead flies. I'm catching up with the chat, you see. A fezzy. I've got my eye on a new car anyway. I've got my eye on a new car. This I've had Fiesta since 2018. When the Fiesta ST first came out, this current rendition of it, before the facelift happened, they came out in 2018. This final kind of model of the Fiesta, ST, the sport version. So I got one in 2018, and I've had one ever since. So I've had one for 6 years. I've had 3 in 6 years. And obviously they'll stop making them anyway, but I wouldn't have another one now. I've had them for 6 years, and it's time for a new car. So I've got my eye on a new car, which is, and I'm one of these people, as you probably know by now, that once I get my eye or heart set on something, I'm kind of like, I'm very difficult to persuade otherwise, and I'm kind of like, well, if I've got my eye on it or my heart on it, say, you know, if I get a PC or it's time to buy a new PC, it's happening. I've committed to it. I'm going to do it. So yeah, but the car it's not a cheap car, unfortunately. I'm like, it's going to stretch the budget a bit, and I might even have to cancel some stuff like Sky, which I'm paying money for that I don't even watch. But no, it's not a Mercedes. No, I don't like these Mercedes and the Audis and the things, the BMWs and whatever. It's a Volkswagen. It's a Volkswagen Golf. I'm a big Golf fan because my very first car that I bought for myself was a Golf GTI, and it's still in the family. Give it to my mother; she's still got it, and I bought it in 2007. 17 years later, it's been in the family. It's still going strong. Still done just less than 100,000 miles. So I'm a big Golf person, big Golf fan. So it's a Golf. You could have guessed the car brand. Well, there's not that many brands really to choose from. But there's a few nowadays, but there's not like hundreds. So you got there eventually. Don't insult the Audi. I'm not insulting cars, but me personally, I don't. These big brand cars, no. I would never say I would never have one, but if I was going to buy one, I think these big brand cars, it's not for me. For me, it's not necessarily buying the car. But it's the thing that goes with the bigger cars, the bigger brands, like the repairs or the servicing or the parts. If you get a brand new one, it's under warranty, you get that. But it's the whole package of the damn thing. You pay over the odds, especially for like the BMW, Mercedes situation. I don't think Audis are as bad, but I think that Merc and BMW, you pay far too much for things. Because, hey, it's BMW. You want a BMW? You want tyres for this thing? £400 a tyre. Oh, is it really? Oh, Jesus. So when you buy a car, you've got to consider all of the things, not just the car itself, but the additional costs of the things that you might have to pay for this luxury brand thing. So no, I think a Volkswagen is fine. Yeah, so I'm looking at the new Golf R. Basically, it came out last month, and it's the last petrol Golf that they're going to do before they go full electric, and I'm electric. So yeah, I thought, ooh, now could be a car that I buy and keep for several years. It could be the last car that I buy until everything is fully electric. So I'm not. Yeah, but for me, I'm not the biggest fan. I don't think I don't try. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but it just doesn't strike me that the infrastructure is there for mass electric cars at the moment, because not everybody's got one. It's probably great, you know. Oh, you can find a charging point when you need one. You can do your journeys at your leisure. You know, when everybody has to have them, you can bet your bottom dollar it'll be chaos and carnage. It'll be chaos and carnage. But yeah, so I'm thinking that. So I'm going down to the Golf garage. I was planning to go down to the Golf garage this weekend, or the VW garage rather, this weekend, because there's one literally about 15 minutes away. But I might be going out this weekend somewhere. So if I don't go to where I'm planning to go, then I'll go to the to the VW garage. If I am going where I'm supposed to be going, just waiting for somebody to confirm something, then I probably will leave it till next week. Because I want to the first port of call before buying any vehicle is, of course, a test drive. So hopefully I'll be able to get a test drive, and the people at the VW garage don't think I'm just literally rocking in there with my hair all a mess. I need to get my hair cut. It's clearly at the length that I hate it right now. My beard's looking a state, you know, dressed in my finest lounge wear, rock in there. Can I test drive a new Golf R, please? They'll probably think, oh, it's one of these people that just want to test drive the car because they just want to just drive it, and they've got no intentions of buying it. No, mate, I do have intentions of buying it, really. I just look like this. I just look like this. Look, just get me one to drive, will you? So I'm going to see if I can get a test driving one. I don't think it's going to put me off it. I think it's going to make me even want it even more when I do drive it, but hey, I need to test drive one first. So I'm going to see if I can get myself a test drive organised and then take it from there. My finance deal on this current car doesn't expire until next November, so it's unlikely that I'm going to do anything until next year anyway. But I'm kind of thinking, well, if I test drive it and I'm 100% certain that I want one, at least I've got a little bit of time to save a few pennies up beforehand and, you know, make plans, basically. Start cancelling things like Sky, because hey, who needs it? I've not watched the damn thing, and that'll be 60 quid a month to put towards a new vehicle, won't it? Before you've even done anything. Right. Anyway, so you've had 15 minutes of complete random nonsense. So there you go. Now on with the game. What indie streams am I looking at? As in indie games? I'm not looking at any games at the moment because my list is far too long, and so you might not have seen it, but I might do a video update actually, because we're getting close to Christmas comedy clips, Christmas party stream. Start getting the ball rolling with that. I might have to pick a date for the Christmas party stream. I can tell you right now what it's going to be potentially. Christmas is on the Wednesday. Christmas party stream is going to be the 20th or the 21st, Friday or the Saturday. Seems like good days to have a Christmas party stream there. Nice weekend stream the weekend before Christmas. So there you go. So yeah, video update. But yeah, basically, see you later, Brendan. So basically, what was I saying? Yeah, video update. My games are set out for the rest of the year, so I'm finishing Pentiment, and then I'm going to try and finish CK2, all before the new year, and then the 1st of December will drop, and I am going to start Three Kingdoms, restart Baldur's Gate 3, and Suzerain, the Resia DLC. So I need to finish this, I need to finish Suzerain and CK2 by the end of the year. Nice challenge there. but I think we could do it. CK2 is the one that's going to obviously be a bit tentative on that one, depending on where we get to. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. That's the plan. So in terms of playing any games other than the games that I just said, it's not happening. It's not happening for the foreseeable. My games are set in stone until at least next May. I think those games I've just mentioned are going to take me up until at least May time. So yeah, very busy. Kari, welcome. Good evening to you. Cancel your sports package. Yeah, I think, especially nowadays, not that I advocate doing anything illegal, by the way, but hey, if you want to watch Formula 1, which is the only sport that I watch on Sky Sports, by the way, I've got a Sky Sports package just to watch Formula 1, which I've not watched it for the past 2 years because, hey, it's Max Verstappen show. I can find a stream. If I want to watch a football game, because Leeds are playing and I've not got anything better to do with my time than watch football, I can find a stream. If my mother wants to watch stuff, she's got Amazon Prime on a tablet. She can have Netflix. We can do a deal. I'll cancel Sky out at £60 a month, and you can have Netflix for $8.99 or whatever it is nowadays. $9.99's gone up a bit, hasn't it? I'll trade off. You can have Netflix instead. Yeah, I've got free Disney Plus as well because what did I get free Disney Plus with? I got free Disney Plus with something recently. I subscribed or did something. Got a subscription to something. Bought something. And got free Disney Plus. What did you get free Disney Plus with? I'll start the game anyway. I got 12. I'm sure it was 12 months or 6 months free Disney Plus. I can't remember why, but I got it with something. I purchased something recently. And it came with this little Disney Plus. What's on Disney Plus? I don't flipping care. I don't watch TV. My new internet plan. No, I got my internet ages ago. What did I get recently that came with free Disney Plus? It wasn't Game Pass. Game Pass went up to $9.99 from $7.99. I thought, everything's going up in price. What was it? What have I bought recently that would come with free Disney Plus? It's got to be some kind of multimedia or something. Or My Disney, whatever it was called, whatever the flipping Disney streamy pay thing is. But anyway, so yeah, cancel Sky. I'll have to check with my mother first because she just watch a lot of TV. So I'm like, do you really watch anything on Sky, Mother? Because if you can do without it and just watch your tablet, and I'll give you Netflix, can we compromise here? Because I need to save some pennies because I want a new car. Samsung phone, tablet, no. Tablets, no. Phone, no. What have I bought recently? It's going to bug me now. It's going to massively bug me. In fact, I probably got it in my emails. I think I've got it in my emails. The email about free Disney. I'll have to check my emails and see what the hell it was that I purchased. But yeah, I've got a website that I use for all of the kind of series programs that I watch. Disney Plus programs and Netflix programs. So I don't need to use... I don't need to pay for them. What would you pay for them for? And I've got a site for movies as well. So like, yeah, very very naughty, isn't it, really, to admit these kind of things? But hey, I'm not hosting them. It's not I don't know what you're talking about, officer. Anyway, there's something that I do. Anybody watch The Penguin? Is the Penguins? I don't know. Is Penguin supposed to be good? Penguin seems to be doing the rounds at the moment. I'm not usually one for watching TV series, but this has been a long time ago that we played this game, so I have to get back up to speed with things. Oh, I need to watch the Penguin if Penguin's good, but I'll tell you what I would really want to watch is the Shogun thing. I want to watch Shogun as well. So I've got all these things to watch. The list of things to watch isn't quite as long as my gaming list, but it's still pretty long. Right, come on, let's get cracking. I could talk the highlights off a donkey. So, yeah, I've got 2 good shows to look forward to. Right, so where did we get to? Let's have a look at the journal, first of all. So we were trying to do something. So, we were trying to... We were right. We were trying to find out history. That was it. We were trying to find out history so that we could paint this thing because my father's dying. That was it. So we've spoken to Ill Peter. We've spoken to Black Till, his grandfather. Have we? Did we do that? Yes, we did. We spoke to Black Till. We spoke to Smokey. I remember speaking to Smokey, and then we saw that strange fella who was sat with Smokey, who gave us a spiel about Jesus and his alternative views about things, which was really out there. And our character, whose name escapes me right now, who are we again? Magdalene, of course. We had a good debate with the man, because she likes to debate. And yeah, we spoke to Il Peter, who told us about the Romans and life before the Romans, and a story about a wolf and a goddess. Smokey, here we go. Although the story that the guy, Smokey's friend, told us might be a bit too carnal for the mural. So we're trying to find a way down into the salt mine. I need to get some tools. Baltas might be able to help me. Or Apollo and Artemis might be able to help me, but I'm sure we spoke to them. They're twins, aren't they? And they didn't really have anything for us. So I think we need to go speak to Baltas here. Who is I keep clicking the button. I don't know what it's about this mouse, but this mouse, I think it's very, ever so slightly raised too high. Which means that I accidentally click the buttons occasionally. And it's a problem that I've had since I bought the mouse, and I thought maybe I'd get used to it and it'd stop happening, but it hasn't. It's a little bit irksome. My heavy fingers, clearly. Oh yes, frogs. They had something to do with frogs. Yes. Brigitte, bloody blah. So who's Baltas anyway? We need to speak to a Baltas. Who's Baltas? What's your surname, Baltas? Who are you? And let's go speak to you. B for Baltas. Baltas. Oh, Baltas Eisenkopf. Inventor, mastermind, member of the town council. Right, we've got to go find Baltas. Right, come on, Mags. Should like being called Mags, remember. Come on, Mags. We're off to find Baltas. Apollo. Let's just double check Apollo if he's got anything further to say. Hey, Magdalene, what's up? Can you show me how you and Artemis get into the salt mine? The mine? Why? It's all gross and creepy. I need to get down there and see what the pagans and Romans left behind. I need references for my mural. Oh, the mural. I would ask Artemis about that. She's pretty protective of the mine. All right, I'll go find her. Sorry, Mags. Jays, yes, I'll show you later. See you around. Okay, let's just double check. They did seem interested before, but you never know. They might have changed their minds. Artemis. Oh, hey, Magdalene. Do you need something? I am a little busy right now. Still catching frogs. We don't want to rub her up the wrong way, do we? Oh, Charm, see you later. Have a great rest of your birthday. I think you said you were watching the Gladiator, didn't you? Is Gladiator 2 already out? Has anybody seen it? I remember when it was announced, or somebody told me about it, I was like, oh, Gladiator 2. Some films are best left without sequels, but I don't know, maybe it's good. Right, I need you to show me how you and Apollo get in and out of the old salt mine. The mine? Down Macdo? Why do you need to go down there? I want to see what our forefathers and the Romans left behind. It's for the mural. The mural? You want us to use our secret hideout for your mural? Your secret hideout? But everybody knows you two hide down there. Yeah, but they don't know how to climb down there, do they? It's secret enough. So why should I show you how to get in? Because we're friends? You told my mother when I cut my hair, so I didn't have to wear braids 5 years ago. I still hold that grudge. Look, I'll show you how to get into the mine on one condition. You help Apollo and me with our next prank. No telling, no snitching, no questions asked. We do have two options. Balthazar seems like the sensible option, especially if we're going to get tools. And I don't think Mags seems like the kind of person that gets involved with pulling pranks. She doesn't seem quite the pranky type, does she? I mean, she seems quite serious. She's got a job to do. Her father's dying. And she's obviously going to call, you know, stupid. I feel like if we say no now, we've kind of cut ourselves off from this option. So, and plus, if we start playing, if we get involved with pranks, we're trying to obviously sway the council to try to help paint this mural. You know, we don't want anything scuppering that. So, do you know what? Nah. And good luck getting down there. I won't help you otherwise. I'll find another way in. Sure you will. Good luck, Magdalene. So it sounds like we could come back to her if we need to, but we'll try Balthazar first, I think. Getting involved in childish pranks. Are you having a laugh? We are above such things. We were criticising, I'm sure we were criticising what's his face, Little Lots, for being childish at some point. So we should practice what we preach. Right, where's Balthazar, Baltas, Balto? Let's take a look at the... where would he be? Oh, Balthazar, right near the objective marker. He's past the bakery. In the northern part of town, it looks like. Perfect. Let's go. Let's go to the northern part of town. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Carl, how are you? Oh! So this is where the rat house is. Right here. Obviously this wasn't here. Oh, look at the time. You can see the time from here. It's the biggest building in Tassing. Yeah, so this wasn't here before. It's here now, clearly. Baltas's clock took ages to build and place. Very good. Right, Stroll House. Eisenkopf House. Perfect. Who the hell is he? Just stood chilling around. Ciao, Magdalene, ciao. Ciao, Bella, ciao. What a mess. I don't know how Baltas can get anything done with all this in the way. Probably called organised chaos, if you were to ask Balthazar. Magdalene, Magdalene. Stare nervously. Yes? The cinnamon just arrived for the beer. Cinnamon in beer? I mean, I've never made beer in my life, but hey, cinnamon and beer? Seems a strange mix, but hey. She has the same thought. Isn't that a spice? Yes, with many wonderful properties. Yes, one of the wonderful properties of cinnamon is if you try to eat a teaspoon of it, you can't do it. Have a look on YouTube. One of the funniest videos I've seen in a little while was, I can't remember the guy from TalkSport tried to eat a teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, it's hilarious. You need to watch it. He's hilarious. But yeah. Otherwise, in small doses, cinnamon, especially in baking, is absolutely delicious. In fact, I've had some cinnamon about 2 hours ago because I made myself a cup of tea. And normally, if I make a kind of an Indian-y spice chai tea, you use cloves, bit of ginger, cinnamon and cardamoms, and I put it in a pan and brew it in a pan so that all the flavours infuse, strain it, swish it about a bit. Delicious. But because I was feeling lazy, I just got a teapot out, put some boiling water in with some loose tea that my mum mistakenly bought thinking it was tea bags. It's loose tea. So I'm using it for the purposes of making Indian tea nowadays. So I take a spoon of that, put it in the teapot, put the boiling water in, and I put the spices in the teapot. Just swirled it around for about 5 minutes in the teapot, and then poured it, microwaved it because it would cool down a bit, and it was like a really cheap version, but you could still taste the spice a little bit, not as permeated as if you boiled it and brewed it in the pan, but it wasn't a bad effort. So I had a bit of cinnamon. Very nice. Also, that used to be a challenge. That's about a decade ago. Oh, well, yeah. I didn't realise it was a challenge, but I only saw that video probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Very funny. But yeah, many wonderful properties, including the ability to make people sneeze. It's for the Christmas. There you go. Somebody said it sounds like a festive beer. Festive celebration. Christmas celebration. Hey, quite topical. It's Christmas time now, of course. Very topical, in fact. Already, we're barely into November. It's only the 14th of November. What are you brewing Christmas? Why am I hearing Christmas songs on the radio? What's a radio? Never mind. The wheel of time stops for no man, but it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. What's he saying? We can't speak Italian. Maybe it'll come. Maybe it'll come into translation for us. Jesus Christ, he says. He who has the money can do everything. Problem? Oh, him or me? Oh, of course not. It's your money. Anyway, I'm quite excited about it. Clearly. As such, alchemy is not normally my strong suit. Alchemy? You're brewing beer. You're making a health poultice. Alchemy. It's like, I'm going downstairs. What are you doing? I'm just going to, I'm just going to make some buttered rum, Catherine. This Christmas, I promise I'm flipping making that now. It's been on the past 2 agendas. I'm doing it this year. I'm making some buttered rum. Oh, you're doing a bit of alchemy, are you? Precisely that. I'm an alchemist, me. So that's what I'm going to call myself when I next make a cocktail. Mixologist? No, I'm an alchemist. 1 part rum, 2 parts ginger beer, lime juice, and a dash of bitters. Yes, it's very good for clearing the insides out a bit. Yeah, tea, exactly. Just simply making. I made tea earlier with cinnamon and cloves and flipping cardamoms. That's alchemy, then, by his definition. I alchemized myself an afternoon snack. We're using free base rye, so forget his nonsense about the costings. Our knowledge of accounting, given the other ingredients, I'd imagine it doesn't make much of a difference to the cost. Yes, at least someone around here is aware of the costs. Oh, don't encourage him, man. That's what you're doing. Do I or do I not have more than enough money to cover everything 10 times over? Given he's an inventor, I perhaps suggest that he's well paid. Of course, but then I don't want to hear another word about it. The farmers had so much rye this year they just couldn't use it all. Gret made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? Yeah, why not? Thank you. Anyway, the true reason why I'm here. Do you know Tassing's salt mine? I need to find a way in. Any chance you could help me? To get into the salt mine? Yes. You must be on quite the adventure. Ideally, we could rig up a double pulley system to lower and raise yourself into the shaft, but that might take a while. Well, I would like to go in today, if possible. Oh, of course, of course. Would a good length of rope suffice? You could brace against the wall of the mine shaft. Are you strong enough to support your own weight? Against the wall? I think so. Excellent. Thank you, Baltas. We've come all the way to an inventor to get some rope. course, of course. Here you go. Do be careful, though. Make sure the rope is secure. I will. Until later. Good luck, Magdalene. I thought we were going to get some fancy system to get down into the mine. And we've come all this way and we've got some rope. How else do you think you're going to get down? I don't know. I just thought maybe some fandangle thing. Double pulley system, maybe. Oh, but too much time. Oh, I get you. I get you. Rope it is. There you go. Very technical way down. Okay. Come on. Let's get ourselves down there. Just abseil and hope for the best. I have to keep an eye on my phone. Because it's a football day, of course, and just in case there's a cancellation. I'm not usually one for enjoying having my football cancelled, but at a 9 o'clock kickoff, if it was to be cancelled, I won't be too upset. I could have my dinner early for a start, because I'm a bit peckish now. I've got another 2.5 hours to the game, let alone till my dinner afterwards. Righty-ho. To the forest we go. Past the terrible twins, whose help we do not need, unless one of them is going to hold the rope for us, maybe. I don't know. The old salt mine. Right, come on, Magdalene. You're going to have to sort it out yourself. There's nobody here to help you. La 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 la. Baltas gave me this rope to climb down, but it might take a while. Should I go now? I think you should, yes. There's nothing else for us to do. I don't think I'm missing anything, am I? Yep, let's climb down. It's the worst that could happen. La-dee-da-dee-da. Where is she tying the rope? To a wooden structure. Not convinced. That's a wooden... I mean... It's a bit risky. Holy cow. Oh, there we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey! And drop. There's a ladder there, actually. Just... No. That's it. Steady, 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 steady. There we go. Nice and careful. And relax. And relax. All this for a mural. I mean, gee Louise. Oh, that was a handily placed lantern and flint combo. Maybe the twins put it there for the next adventure. There are lots of different coins down here. How odd. It's not like this is a saint's well. Oh, a tablet. They're still writing on it. It's a poem. Oh, I think it's a love note. Hey, rising passion. Poor Jay, I hope her love was better at things than poet. I want to read it. What does it say? I would have chucked this shit down on my shelf too. She doesn't strike me as childish. She's probably quite critical of writing, I would suggest. Poor Jay, I hope her lover was better at things other than poetry. Poetry sucks. What's this? A larger version of some of Baltas's contraptions. Now that I'm down here, I should see what I can find from the Roman era and before. Ooh, bones. Too big to be human. No horns, looks like a mule to me. Maybe it'll hold that winch. Poor creature dying down here. Okay, we've got a cave, and then we've got a hand thing here. Oh, piece of pottery. Let's try the cave before we go any further down, I suppose. Pottery, very useful. Anthony, people will always need plates. Probably one of my most favourite adverts ever. And it's not any particularly great, but I used to love it. My dad used to howl at it as well for some strange reason. Maureen Lipman, BT. Oh, more pottery. Oh, this must be the same kind of figurines Till and the other farmers find in the fields. To think that there are so many remnants of our ancestors scattered in fields and caves like this. Okay, little pottery things, more pottery here. This piece looks like it matches the other piece I found. Oh, maybe we're gonna have a pottery puzzle here. Put all the pieces together, form something useful. I wonder if they're all the same pot. Oh, mine shaft. Oh, we're going deeper in here. We're going deeper. Are we going? No, is that where we came in? Oh, no, that's where we came in. Ah. Well, we've picked up pieces of pottery. Let's carry on. Oh. Another cave here. Probably more pottery to be had. There's pottery scattered everywhere. Oh, more pottery. Oh, writing too. Another piece. There's a Latin inscription here. Tassia, give me water, or Pluto, preserve me. This salt is drying me to death. Yikes. Doesn't sound like working down here was pleasant. Probably not. But hey. Oh, we can go down. In fact, go down we must. Oh. Oh, this looks like a Roman map of Tassing. I wonder what's changed. Let's see if I can map everything out. Castrum, Balnavum, Mitherum, Salina. That must be the abbey, surely. Aqueducts. Salt mine. There's the aqueduct in the spring. The abbey was an old fort up on the hill, and there's the rest of the town. Wait, what's this building? I don't recognise it. Mithraeum? I don't recognise that word from any of my books. I can't quite tell what it's meant to label on the map. Maybe some sort of temple? Well, whatever it is, it's not in Tassing now. That's so odd. Mithraeum? Anybody good with Latin? Mithraeum? Oh, another inscription. It's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. Latius' soul ascended in the Mithraeum. My soul will descend in this damned hall of salt. Oh, Christ, that's rough. There's that word again, Mithraeum. It must have been important to the Romans. Sounds like a temple, possibly. Oh, another shard. And this almost looks like an altar. But what would an altar be doing in a salt mine? It's even carved out of the salt. Sounds like Mithril from Lord of the Rings. Is it actually a Latin word, or is it not? I mean, she knows Latin and she says she doesn't recognise it, so probably it's not a Latin word per se. Nameless Crusader, welcome. Let's carry on. Oh, more pottery. Another shard. Oh, a cave-in. The wood here looks like newer than the first part of the mine. Was this collapse recent? Is that it? Unless I missed a trick here, we seem to be at a dead end. We have not covered everything, surely. hang fire here. I feel like we have missed a trick here. Oh, I need to read this book apparently. The Historia Tessae. Oh, I haven't read that book yet, so perhaps I need to sit down in my home. Pricking out in Yorkshire there for a second. Forgot myself. I'm on camera, not talking to my mates here. Hey up, duck. Right, yes, I need to read this on my desk in my house. So yeah, let's not forget that when we get out of this hellhole. But yeah, we seem to have hit a dead end. Have we? There's a cave in. There's no way to get through the cave in. Let's just go back and revisit all of the areas, make sure we've not missed anything pertinent here. Inscriptions. Can't get any further that way. Can't pick up any of these. This is going down. We've been down here, but just making sure we've not missed anything. Just double check. Oh, there's more steps here. Look, I did miss something. There we go. More pottery. Another piece. I have a lot of these pottery pieces. I should find out if they're all from the same pot. We are. I did say, didn't I? Did I not? Did I mention? Did I say this, or did I say it in my head that we were going to have a pottery? No, I said it, didn't we? We're going to have a pottery puzzle. I love jigsaws, me. I love them. You have chicken nuggets. Oh no. Look, I said I'm not eating until like 10 o'clock after football, and I'm getting hungry here. And you mentioned chicken nuggets. I mean, how cruel could you be? Which chicken nuggets are they? You tell me they're McDonald's, and I'm going to be very, very upset with you. I love chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Back in my days after a night out, I'd get a box of 20 and a double cheeseburger and fries and a box of 20 nuggets. How am I supposed to deal with this? A Mithraeum, sometimes spelled Mithraeum, and Mithraeum is a Mithraic temple. We deduced it was a temple, so that's good. Mostly in the Roman Empire. Cool beans, cool beans. Right, what's this? Is this a starting point for 10? Oh no, the game is really taking the mick here. Come on now, game. You can't expect me to do this. I may or may not have a McFlurry. Okay, I'll tell you a quick story before I get to this puzzle. I need to brace myself for this, so I need to distract myself for a wee moment before I endeavour in getting this thing sorted. I don't tend to eat McFlurries because I don't like chocolate cold. I don't like chocolate from the fridge. I don't like chocolate in ice cream because it goes cold and it goes hard and it doesn't melt in your mouth. So I just don't like it. So that's why I don't have McFlurries, because it just tends to be chocolate. However, when I met a friend in Leeds about 3 months ago now, maybe 2 actually, but time seems to have just flown by. I think it was probably August time actually. We were out, and then I saw in McDonald's, because I was waiting for it, and I just passed by the McDonald's to get a burger, a Milky Bar and Raspberry Ripple McFlurry. Now, I love Raspberry Ripple ice cream, and I love white chocolate. So I thought, ooh, if I was ever going to just try a McFlurry and give it a whirl, that would be one that I would choose. So I thought, ooh, we went out, we went to play mini golf, junkyard golf, whatever it was called. Had some great fun. Then we went for Mexican. We went to Las Iguanas, Las Iguanas, I think it is, where I had 2 of the most delightful curries, Brazilian curries, which were, oh my god, they were delicious. And I thought, oh, I'll leave some room for dessert, because I didn't fancy the dessert from the restaurant. So I was like, oh no, I'm not going to get dessert. I'm going to get this McFlurry that I've seen earlier today. So I was like, ooh. So I went back to the. She was getting to the train to go back to Manchester. So I escorted her to the train station, waved her off, and thought, right, straight into McDonald's. got to the self-service. Oh, McFlurry time. I quite fancied it as well because I'd had my dinner, so I was like feeling like I wanted something sweet. Now, I think it's a bit of a meme, right? But I think it might be correct that the McDonald's ice cream machines or the milkshake machines are forever broken. But I never get ice creams or milkshakes, so it's never affected me. Until this moment in time, when I saw that the train station McDonald's was really, really busy. So I was like, I'm not queuing in this queue, and I'm talking, it was heaving, because it's a train station, so I thought, there's a McDonald's on the way to my bus stop. So I thought, oh, I'll go to the McDonald's on the way to my bus stop. It'll be more quiet, it'll be fine. So I left the train station, I thought I'll get it at the McDonald's at my bus stop. Walked about 10 minutes, got to the McDonald's that's near my bus stop, walked in, aha, quiet as a mouse. I thought, perfect. Bing, bing, bing. Ice cream machine was broken. I was horrified. The one time I fancied a McFlurry, and they had a flavour that I thought, oh, I might be able to, oh, I might like that actually, it sounds really nice. Ice cream machine broken. Now, is it a thing with McDonald's that the ice cream machines are constantly broken? I read recently that they are not allowed to fix their own ice cream machines. I don't know if it was true or if somebody was taking the mick with it, but I read that, and then somebody said, and also the reason why I read that, oh, look at this. Is this right? That looks right to me. I think I've accidentally stumbled into the right answer here, just babbling away. That they have actually... I've got permission to fix their own machines. I don't know how true these things are, but hey. Right, we've actually seemed to have got something correct here. So we've got a little jaggedy edge there. Let's twiddle that around, maybe. No. This is like a jigsaw puzzle. How do you spin it? Pull it down. Put it down, spinneroony it. Just get rid of it. Oh, hang on. Oh, I gotta put it... Oh, there's like little things. Oh, I don't know. There, that looks like these two go together, but these two go together maybe near the top here, like that. Ah! Oh, no. No. Oh, we have to put it on a thing now. We're kind of committed to this now, haven't we? Let's go put that there for a second. This went there like this, kind of like that-ish. I mean, that's looking remotely like it might be correct here. I don't like Indiana Jones, so I shan't be playing them games, unfortunately. Is that there-ish? It might work. That looks also like it might work. Is the game going to give us any credit for getting this remotely correct here? I think that's probably wrong. That's definitely wrong. In fact, that's going to go down here, I reckon, maybe. This goes there, doesn't it? There we go. Look at that. This could be therapeutic if I enjoyed such pursuits. That looks like there-ish, like that. Oh, look at this. This is all working out very well here. This looks like a piece that would fit into that, just like that. Go. I don't know what this is. Is this? That doesn't look like it fits there. Hang on for a second. Or there either. Spin that around. Put that there maybe. No. Go down there. I don't know. This looks like it could fit in there maybe. Spin it. Oh! That looks like it fits. What about that there? No. Hang fire, people. We're getting near the answers here. No, get out of the way. Get out of the flipping way. No. Nope. That looks like it goes there. Ooh. Now, hang fire. Where's that going? That doesn't clearly go. That doesn't go there. That must go here. Short. No. That maybe goes there? No. Eh? I've done all the hard bit now, surely. Come on now. Get a flipping grip, will you? There. That maybe there? Like that. Fishy, fishy. Thou shalt have a fish and a little dishy. Oh, hang on. Spin that round like that. Like that, there, like that. That spinny spongy there, like that. And that one. Like that. Can lay a little wrong way around. There we go, like that. And that one. Binky, binky, bongy. Like that. Aha! Radix. Case of the Golden Idol. It's a puzzle game similar to Obra Dinn. I think you would enjoy it. You like to test me, you people, don't you? You know my thoughts on puzzles. Look what I've just enjoyed here, for heaven's sake. But no, Obra Dinn was a fantastic game, and that was a bit of a puzzly game. It's got to be the right kind of puzzly game. So, you never know. I might enjoy it. In fact, the Outer Wilds was a little bit of a puzzly game, and that was fantastic. Shelley, if you're still on, I seem to recall you were planning to play that at some point. Did you ever get round to it? I wanted to get your opinion on it. The figures on this pot lid look like they're telling a story. Are they? They could be. I used to like Robocop when I was younger. Yeah, comedy clips. Will it include clips like shooting somebody through the eye? These paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Let's see, this must be Perchta, and those must be the forest spirits, part of the wild hunt. Oh god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Someone may be a chieftain, is sacrificing a man to Perchta. The bottom half of the lid contains a story. These look like spirits. They must be coming in to feast on the sacrifice. That must be how our ancestors tried to keep Tassing safe. They offered sacrifices to Perchta. It's barbaric and very pagan. I doubt anyone would want to see our past shown this way. Listen, if your past is your past, it is what it is. This is evidence. We found this is proper evidence. Evidence from a long time ago that we now hold in our hand. This is what archaeologists get off on. I love history, and if I was to stumble across some pottery that was from the Roman times, randomly in a field somewhere, I'd probably be rather excited. But yeah, it's quite fascinating. I find the whole thing. I've never to this day been so enthralled and overwhelmed by it's very difficult to explain, but trying to think how best to explain it. You know, like if you're like really enjoying something, you know, sometimes if you enjoy a film, oh, it's a good film, oh, you give me, you know, but if like literally you're in almost like a state of ecstasy, is all I can describe it as. Not like a rude ecstasy, but like you're just enjoying something that much that you get like a really strange feeling inside, like a happy butterfly feeling. You must know what I'm talking about if you've ever been so happy with or enjoying something so much. But anyway, I was walking around Herculaneum, which I've been to Pompeii and that was great, but Herculaneum, as I may have mentioned before, all the ruins and stuff are much better preserved because of the way that it was buried. So I was walking around Herculaneum with all of the murals and all of the mosaics on the floor, which literally looked like they'd just been laid that week. They were spangly new. They were clean as oak, very well preserved. And I love Roman history, right? So literally I was walking around and seeing all of these things, and I was mesmerised. That's why I said this feeling of almost like it takes your breath away, and I was just amazed and excited and really, really happy. I could have spent, because we had a guided tour, so we had to go around with the group and the tour guide, and that's what I hated about the whole thing. I enjoyed it, I loved it, but I felt rushed. Whereas if I went on my own, I'd have spent hours there looking at every minute detail. It was fantastic, honest to God. So yeah, having something like this that you know has come from hundreds of years ago, or in our case, you know, a couple of thousand years ago now, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it? And maybe something would paint in the mural, perhaps. What if you broke something on accident? Oh no, things that you can't touch the things. The things are behind barriers and all the murals have like plastic stuff over them, so you can't touch the mural because it's protected, stuff like that. So you can't do any damage and stuff. I'll have to have a think about it. It might cause a bit of upset if I start painting human sacrifices on the mural, but hey. Right, time to go before we run out of oil lamp. More Latin writing. If we cannot enter the Mithraeum, we will make our own altar to the gods. Sounds like the Mithraeum was some kind of temple. I've never heard this word before. Yes, but we have because of Google. That's as far as I can go. Still, the murals on the wall showed me what Tassin was like when the Romans were here. I wonder if I can find out where the Mithraeum was or what it was. Putting the pottery shard back together showed one of the earliest stories of Tassin. I think I've seen everything I can down here, and my oil is running out. Time to climb back out. Into the mines, and out of the mines. Just like that. Come on, get a move on. Before your light runs out, and then you are totally screwed. Mine shaft. Cave, nope. We've been in there. Out we go. Yeah, my belly is now rumbling big style. Thank you, Liv. Oh my god! Ah! Wait, who's that? Hello? Is someone there? Someone's trying to kill me. I'm gonna get out of this shaft before another rock comes crashing down. I think somebody's trying to purposely kill you, love. They don't want this mural painting. That's what happened to your father. Someone's trying to bump us off there. Who was that? Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out of here. Well, now that I have more information, I can make some decisions on the first section of the mural. I shall get back to the rat house and get to work. No, we need to read the book. We should have read the book before going down the shaft, I think. Maybe. Go to the rat house. Oh, but I want to read the book. I want to read the book. It's a bit late now, I think. Maybe the... Oh, I don't know. Damn emblastation. We may have missed an opportunity to read the histories of Tassay, or whatever it's called. Never mind. What the hell? You! Who's he? Yes? I am Halabrant, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? That's not my pig, mate. Exactly. Do I look like I raise pigs? What does a pig raiser look like? I don't know. I'm the printer's daughter, Magdalene Druckerin. I didn't ask for your name. I asked why you were grazing pigs here. Answer me. Excuse me? That's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and the tinker, you're the only other person I've seen. The pig doesn't belong to you. What are you doing here? None of your flipping business. Does everyone have to justify being in the woods? Exactly. What business is it of yours? I do not have any game. This is not my pig. I'm out for a stroll. So, off. If I think you're stealing the Lord's wood or illegally grazing your pigs, yes. All right, let me ask a different question. Whose pig is this? Okay. Whose pig is this? This is an Eddie Izzard joke, by the way. Whose pig is this? One of his stand-ups. Whose pig is this? Whose pig is this? It's not my pig, sir. I don't know whose flipping pig it is. Pig was in the woods when I came in here. Ah, a mysterious lost pig? Who apparently belongs to no one? I suppose so. Aye! If I find any more pigs in these woods, I'll kill them on the spot. There's no need for that. And those who brought them here. Do you understand? Yes? Good. Mind your neighbours what happens when you break the Lord's laws. A pig! I knew the Lord's men patrolled these woods, but I've never seen one before. I didn't realise they were so strict. Suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of these woods and back to the rat. Just killed the poor pig! They killed... Ah! It wasn't destroying anything. It was just merely just having a bit of grass. Goodness grief. Where am I? Going to the rat house. That's where I'm going. Let's carry on. And now, yeah, exactly. Now the poor pig meat. Sing it on the barbecue. Let's get it to the charcoal burners, mate. Can you? How about you make some smoky smoked bacon out of that? I'll bring you the pig. Somebody can chop it up. There's a butcher place in the abbey, and then you can smoke it. Make a smoky bacon. Maybe it's a concept that's never been. We could be innovators. What's this delightful thing you have got here? Yes, I call it smoky bacon. Oh, I don't know. This could catch on. Particularly at breakfast time. Delicious. Why is that working for Lord Arlen? How incompetent and wasteful he's been. Whatever do you mean? Lord Arlen? Mind you, he has had some incompetent council members in his time, bless him. Right. The Tuffens find their way into all universe, it seems. Oh, I do love bacon sandwiches. I've got to say. Oh! It's because I'm hungry now, you see. You saw the jolt of excitement there. Because I work, if I go, my treat to myself, if I go to the office on a Friday, it's almost like a way to get me into the office on a Friday. I've got to give myself an incentive, you know. Other than the fact that if I don't go, I'll probably be in trouble with my manager, especially now that I've got a new manager, who's a lot more up to speed with certain things. If I don't do the required amount of office days, you know, it could be a disciplinary offence. Hey, that should be motivation enough to get in, but sometimes I need a bit more motivation than that. So yeah, on a Friday, my motivation to get into the office is I go to Greg's for my breakfast and have a Friday treat, because for £3.20 something, which it costs £3.50 to get a Costa coffee, in the cafeteria in the building that I work in, I could just walk an extra, I don't know, 400 metres outside and go to the nearby Greg's, and for £3.20, even cheaper than the coffee that I would buy, and get a bacon and sausage sandwich with a mocha. So when we're talking about bacon now, all of a sudden, it just reminded me that tomorrow is sausage and bacon sandwich day. Oh, happy times, happy times. Oh yes, indeed. Because there's something about Greg's sausage and bacon sandwich, or roll as they call it. They're really nice. The bread is really soft. I find the bacon is done just how I like it. It's usually got a nice crispy bit of fat around the outside. Doesn't look anemic. It's good and nice taste to it. I'd love crispy bacon, you see. For me, most bacon that you have in a hotel or on breakfasts could do with a bit more crisping up for my liking. But yeah, sausages are nice, decent sausages. Not like the world's best, but they've got a decent enough flavour. And it's not a massive sandwich, so once you've eaten it, especially for somebody like me that's watching what I'm eating at the moment, it's not that like horrendous, calorie wise. But I am a mocha connoisseur. I love my mochas, and I have to say that Greg's mochas, compared to like McDonald's, but I don't even think McDonald's do mochas. Costa's, Starbucks mochas, Cafe Nero's mochas. I'll drink them because there's if they're available and there. But Greg's mochas, delicious. It's really nice and chocolate and sweet. Yes. This is the kind of time that you shouldn't go shopping, by the way. If you go to shopping when you're this hungry, you end up putting everything in the trolley because everything looks delicious. Go shopping when you're full. There's my tip to you all. Bacon and croissant with cheese and yes. Yes, I agree, Carrie. Croissant with bacon and cheese. In fact, I can't remember which holiday it was, but I think it might have been a cruise even. Croissants with bacon and cheese were quite the thing, to the point when we came home, my mother was forever making them for breakfast. Went through a phase. We were having them all the time. Delicious, I agree. Right, let's start working on this mural, shall we? Miss out the bit where you're going to paint a pig that's just been shot dead. Oh, it's Ots. Hey, Mags. How's the mural coming along? You're not supposed to call her Mags, Ots. You're not doing much to endear yourself to her, are you? Magdalene. For Christ's sake, Ots. Sigh heavily. No, she'll just continually to reinforce and not rise to the bait. Magdalene. Can't you let it go? Mags is so much easier. No, Otto Zimmerman, I can't. Ugh, don't call me... What's the difference? Fine. Anyway, Magdalene, how's the mural going? It doesn't look like much yet. Okay, so I think he likes her, right? We're getting that. We're getting the gist that he likes her. His mother wants us... And don't forget, this is like medieval times. It's not like nowadays, hey, it's almost like you're marrying him and that's the end of it. It's just how it is, your kind of situation. But if you were trying to court this lady and make an impression, this, folks, take note, is how not to do it. Insult the fact that she's not started the mural. Keep calling her by a name that she continually hates. Yeah. Dear me. Okay, now it's time for us to retort. I think the fact that he's insulted us and he got our name wrong again on purpose, I think we're going to snap back now. We've been quite non-snappy so far, but I think this is the straw that broke Magdalene's back. Oh, do you know what? Isn't there a game out there? This could be one for the Christmas party stream. I don't know how long the game is though. Wasn't there like a game where you played like some kind of Lothario type kind of... Was it called Super Seducer or something? Seducer something? I'm sure there was a game. That would be quite fun. Because I clearly am not the person to give dating advice. I have never been on a date in my entire life. I can't think of anything worse, to be honest with you. Super Seducer. Yeah! So, from somebody that's kind of not very much for romance... I won't say I'm aromantic or anything like that, but I'm just like, So yeah, Super Seducer could be quite, if it's short, I might have a look at that actually. That could be a bit of a fun party stream type of game. I'm going to look into that. I've got a game to already play on this year's Christmas party stream, but if there's another one out there, well, it could be a right laugh. Anyway, we're going to crack on. I'm a Casanova. Give me a laugh. Clearly, I'm not a priest. I'll put it that way. But I just don't do the whole. Let's go out for a coffee. Let's go for a walk in the lovely outdoors. I haven't got time. I'm a busy person. Neither do you, but the town has learnt to accept it over the last 18 years. Oh. Anyway, I've only just finished priming the war, actually. These things take preparation. Now I have to decide what to depict. It's hard to piece together the history of Tassing when it happened so long ago. Since the Abbey Library burned, I can only rely on stories from people around Tassing. Even what I could find out about the Romans and pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. At least now I know what to paint for the first part of the mural. So what is it? Oh, we get to make a choice. We get to make a choice. So we could use the pottery and tools. We could use Smoky Story. Could you imagine the uproar if we start painting about a wolf and a nymph? If we're painting the Smoky Story ended up being a little bit... What's the word that they used? I can't remember, but it's a bit raunchy, isn't it? That story. So can you imagine the horror as we depict some kind of raunchy scene? I'm quite tempted, you know. Il Peter, Legends of Rathaus, Healing a Wolf, bit dull. An image in the mine, ancestors making human sacrifices. Or the pottery and tools from the farmers. Okay, anybody got any preferences? What do we reckon? She doesn't strike me as the kind of like person that would purposefully do something naughty just to get, you know, just to spite people. But I'm personally quite tempted for a raunchy story. But hey, human sacrifice could be cool. That would certainly create some debate, maybe. Or I found it on some pottery. Or we could play it very safe and just use the pottery and tools that the farmers found. It's very subtle, very safe. This is a mural, right? I think it's got to be stark. It's got to be a talking point, right? It's got to get people talking. It's got to bring people in. And if it's something dull, oh, look at that. Well, how life was with the tools. Oh, very good. Oh, you've seen it once. I don't need to see it again. I'm not going to tell anybody about it either. I know it's going to come from far and wide. However, painting a scene with some kind of bit of what's the word? What's the word? Controversy. Some controversial kind of scene. People will be flocking. Oh, have you seen the mural? Oh, come check it out. Come on, look at the state. Oh my God. Oh my. Oh, heck. Oh. The ladies will be talking about it in their club. What did they do? The wool spinning club that they have. Human sacrifice. So I think it's either human sacrifice, because that's quite controversial, or it's a story about the Mars as a wolf and the nymph and how the spring was blessed. Oh, how it was blessed. Anybody got any preferences? I think she would probably do the sacrifice. I would personally want to see her do the raunchy story, but I think the sacrifice is more Magdalene's style. It's evidence from pottery we've just found. We went all the way in the salt mine to get this pottery, and we found it. It shows about the history of way, way back, before even the Roman times. It's like almost like where we've come from. I'm thinking sacrifice. Still controversial. Human sacrifice? Yeah, exactly. Human sacrifice. That's what I thought. Don't you think that's a bit much? I don't know how the rest of the town will take it. No, neither do I, but that's what I'm talking about. It's all about controversy. It's about bringing them flocking in, getting tongues wagging about it. It's perfect. Oh my God. Father Thomas is going to have a thromby. So what made you choose this story anyway? Yeah, I think that the pottery I found is a better source than stories that have been passed down by mouth, that could get diluted, twisted and changed through the years. This is based on clear evidence. She strikes me as an evidence kind of person. I guess that's true. Still, I think it will shock some people. That's the point, Ots. I'm telling you, get with the programme. This is supposed to shock. Especially, who cares about Father Thomas, the murderer? But thanks for explaining it. Of course, I want you all to understand why I'm making these choices. Well, now that I figured this portion of the mural out, I better start thinking about the next section. I'll leave you to it, Mags. Oh, for God's sake. You couldn't help yourself, could you? Magdalene, it's too late. Get out. She's far, far more patient than me. Good night, Magdalene. Good. Oh. It's taken us a month. Let's see the finished article. Right to Matthew. Now that I've decided how to depict Tassing's earliest history, I should decide how to paint Kearsau's history. Mother Illuminata's letter mentioned that a Matthew Foynzini used to be a brother in Kearsau. She said he knew a great deal about the Abbey's history, and I should write to him and ask what he remembers. Oh, and I have Esther's letter to answer too. I should write to them both before I go to bed. Oh, and before I write, I should also read that book that Brigitte gave me. Maybe I'll learn something pertinent for the murals. We've got a lot of work to do. Right, where do we read? That's sleeping. That's writing. How do we read? Let's check on my father for a start. Check on my father would be a very good start. He's still here. Oh, Magdalene. Hey, Dad, how you feeling? Can I get you anything? Oh, no, I'm fine. You go on. All right, I'll come back and check on you later. Well, it lasted a month. Not doing too badly, is he? Although, to be fair, after a month, if it was going to get any better, it would surely be starting to show signs of improvement, you would think, wouldn't you? But hey-ho. Right. I think if we go to our desk, we might get an option to read. So, although it says write, let's just confirm here. Where to begin? Right, the old book. It was the Barons before Martin stole it. When the Romans, having conquered the town, built up the walls around it, they established many temples there. This is harder to read than I thought. This book isn't in great shape either, since it's been sitting in a farmer's house for so long. Let's see. Oh, here's a section about the various dedications erected in the town. That might be easier to read. Rico simulacrum, in erga and mas nostrum eporum conspiciat. Simulacrum. It's a spell in Baldur's Gate. or in D&D, I suppose, because that's where it's based from. Simulacrum. I seem to recall there was a spell called Simulacrum. Let's see what it might mean, actually. I raise a vision. Oh, vision, Simulacrum. That could actually make sense. It might have been a vision-y spell, like creating visions, almost like a mirror imagey thing. I don't know. I just remember the name of the spell. In a field so that Mars may behold our work? Huh? Scarecrow. I don't know. Seditiana locus scaturi geniosus ipsa. Then I sat in a place with water oozing up from herself. What does that mean? I don't know. I got a glow. I think it's lost in translation. Yeah. Oremus defendat oppidum. Let us pray so that he or she may defend the town. None of this really makes any sense. I didn't think so. Maybe someone with better Latin than me could help me read it. This book is so big, though. It would be a lot of work. I could ask Gertrude or Baltas for help. Werner, too. He's much better at Latin than anyone else in town. Yeah, but Werner's an idiot. Maybe even Father Thomas, even though Dad warned me not to bother him with secular books. Chances are slim that they could help, but it might be worth asking about. But I should finish writing my letters first. Right, okay. Mother Illuminata told me that Matthew knew some of the Abbey's early history. He's the Archdeacon of Sion now. I should write to him before the snows come. I'll write to Esther too. Okay. Most revered Matthew, forcing ye so, Archdeacon of Sion. Can't believe he's still alive, to be honest with you. My name is Magdalene Druckerin. I am the daughter of Tassing's town printer Klaus. My father and I are creating a mural for Tassing's Rathouse. We wanted to show the history of the town and the abbey. Yes. Yeah, we'll do a bit of name dropping. Mother Illuminata told me that you might be the best person to ask about Kearsau's early history. I understand that you're a busy man, but we would be most appreciative of any information you could give us. If you know of any other places where we might learn about the Abbey's history, we would appreciate it. Thank you for your help and consideration. Magdalene. There we go. Right, now, next. Esther. Please forgive me for not writing sooner. So much has happened since we last talked. Even as my last letter was en route to you, Dad was attacked in the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, thank God, but his injuries are terrible. I worry about him. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days his eyes become foggy and his memory fails him. Dr. Stott said that he's not going to recover, that it's only a matter of time before he succumbs to the injury. Yeah, I don't want to believe it, but it's hard to argue with Dad's condition. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father or why. I found a note by him too. All it said was, stop. It wasn't from the shop because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I've ever seen. No one in Tassing has such skill in scripts, as far as I know. And anyway, I don't have the time to wonder about it. I've had my hands full running the workshop alone while tending to Dad. What's more, the town council intended to cancel the mural entirely. I had a hell of a time convincing them to let me paint it instead. They made a fuss about me being too young, not experienced enough, not strong enough to be on the scaffold. You know how it is. I suppose I shouldn't have expected any better of them. Working on the mural has been a welcome distraction from the naysayers and my chores. And worrying about Dad. Otts has been coming over under the pretense of helping me prepare my paints too. Ooh, I wish he'd stop. He's not subtle, and his flirting is annoying. It's sweet, and I'm glad for the company. He makes the days easier. Well, he doesn't, does he? He obviously winds her up. Bless him. I feel bad for him, to be honest with you, but hey, she's not giving me vibes that she's, you know, oh, it's sweet. I love it when it comes over. It makes the days easier. It doesn't strike me as that. I mean, I don't know, it might be behind the scenes, and we're just seeing the bits where he's annoying her, but to me, I don't think so. It's like I'd like to have the whole mural finished by Christmas if I can. I just want to finish it in time for Dad to see it. It would mean so much to him. If Dr. Stoltz is right, I don't know how long I'll have. I hope you're feeling better than we are here. All my love. Magda. History to say. Translation troubles. A quick peek here. Right. What have we got? Black Till, we've surpassed that now. Il Peter, we've surpassed that now. Yeah, we've got down there. Learn some interesting things from pottery fragments. We have already used them. I should head to the rat house. I've done that. Right, now I've decided to portray as early history. I need to think about how to represent our early Christian history. Mother Illuminata. I've brought to Matthew, so we just have to wait for him to write back. I've brought back to Esther. I should go to bed. Oh, it's bedtime. I never did get to the bottom of the frog situation. History Tasse. Oh, so we need to find a translation. Dr. Stoltz is the best at Latin, apparently, so it's probably the best bet to start with. I mean, Baltas give us the rope, so we might go to Baltas first, because he lives next door to Dr. Stoltz anyway. So we'll try Baltas, and then Dr. Stoltz if Baltas can't do it, but we'll probably prefer Baltas to start with. Sister Gertrude's miles away in the abbey, and oh, it's a bit far. Meeting at the rat house. That's what's happened here. That's the previous stuff. Right, bedtime. Get some rest soon, as in now. Kick off your shoes. Oh, I saw that about the Mass Effect stuff. Yeah, I did see that. Hopefully they do it good justice. Oh my god, how many days are passing by here? Oh, like a week. Wow. Okay, we get the picture. Thank you. Reichspostman. Okay, a few more letters. Take care. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. Yeah, I hope if it is going to be a thing, which I'm assuming it will be, they better do it justice. I'm telling you now. The first letter is from Reverend Matthew. Right. Mistress Dufferin, I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Kearsau. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. I am not overly inclined to assist the people of Tassing in their endeavours to catalogue the origins of the abbey they destroyed. However, it was a long time ago. In the interest of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Some time after the Romans left, Christians settled in the region and built Kearsau Abbey on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a noble woman of the Kearsau family. She was both its patron and its first abbess. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Kearsau changed to being run by an abbot. I do not know the reason, but many other double monasteries did likewise around the same time. May have been done out of fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Your neighbours put any other records about the abbey to the torch. Sic asit historia Kearsis. thus burned the history of Kersau. While we cannot change the past, I'll have heard that sisters of the Poor Clares have formed a new chapter at the Abbey. Order of Contemplative Nuns. I can only hope that their love of apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of St. Moritz. Assuming they have not consigned the contents of Kersau's former occupants to a bonfire, you may find something there. I hope this has been of some help to you and yours. May God keep and protect you. The Most Reverend Matthew Foisigny-So, Archdeacon of Sion. Another reply from Esther. Definitely female. What, do we know that for certain? Hey, Cassandra Shepherd. Direct them towards my Cassandra playthrough. We want Cassandra Shepherd casted, thanks. She'll do. I think she's a prime candidate, lobbing e-books at people. It'd be lovely. It'd be like a comedy version of this, comedy telling. Oh, there we go, Esther. Oh, Magdalene. I am terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you only need send word. I know we are further away than is easy to travel, but I will see that we can do what Hashem allows. Father says that he remembers no one who would want to harm your father. Yet the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. Perhaps there is old blood over, depicting the night of the revolt. That is all he could suggest. We pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make all things right in time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I am encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. The guilds here will protect your right to complete a job, especially once a contract has been reached. You give the men of council too much grace. Why should you be forced to settle for their old ways of thinking? We live in a new age, an age where art and science have come together, an age when all may read the works of the great sages in their own language. Truly, when your father recovers, I urge you to come visit me in Prague. But I'm glad you found some joy in your work on the mural. We are all well here. Alicia has been carving a new set of woodcuttings, and father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Simond. His family didn't move far away after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. His parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now. So I hope that I will be sending good news in my next letter. With Hashem's help. Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well, Esther. Good old pen pals. Life is so much easier nowadays, I suppose. Oh, hang on. Oh, message about paying for football. Okay. I shall bring cash as requested. Right, okay. Time to head home and check on Dad. Werner was supposed to come check on Dad today. I wonder where he is. Maybe I should try to find him later. Oh, good morning, Magdalene. Good morning, Dad. Feeling any better? Your fever broke at dawn this morning. Oh, a little stronger. All things in time. Do you want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural. Oh, no, I'm not so hungry right now. I'll be all right. Your letter from the Archdeacon. Yes, that's right. What did you learn from him? Yeah, he seems sad over what happened during the revolt, hesitant to tell me anything. He did say the abbey was founded by a noblewoman after the Romans left. Everything else burned in the fire. Oh, how unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery. So much lost in one night. The Archdeacon did suggest the poor Clares might have held on to some of the records from the convent. I shall be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. Ah, yes, an excellent place to start, Magdalen. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. I shall talk to him. If I recall correctly, the miller's wife has a long family history in Tassing. She may know something of the local history that the others have forgotten. Elsa? I thought she moved here when she married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Oh, not anymore. Age, illness and marriage took the rest of her family. But the Cavizels used to live all up and down this valley. Go talk to her. Okay, I will do. Thanks, Dad. Maybe something remained in the Abbey's ruins. I should definitely see what's left. Oh, Magdalen. You be careful. Those ruins are dangerous. I won't go far. I'll just take a quick look. Oh, all right. Wear a scarf, too. It's getting cold out now. Feel it in my old bones. Don't worry, Dad. I'll see you tonight, all right? All right. Good luck. Several days later. Sunday Frogs, I think we might have... Was that expired or has something developed with it? Oh no, it's expired. Is it expired? History Tasse. Right, so what have we got to do? Reverend Matthew suggested the poor Clares may have preserved whatever was left in Kearsau after the fire. I should talk to Sister Gertrude. So we could speak to Sister Gertrude about two things, the Latin side of things and, of course, this side of things. Could kill two birds with one sister. Father Thomas could also be talked to, or Elsie up at the mill, apparently. History to say. That is history to say, isn't it? Or is that not history to say? No, that's history to say. Oh, this is the Latin transcription. So Latin transcription... And this here. I think if we're looking at efficiency, the mill is on the way to the Abbey's ruins. So we go to the mill, Elsie at the mill first. Father Thomas is on the way to the mill, so we speak to him first, then the mill, then the Abbey, then speak to Sister Gertrude, poke our head around the Abbey, and then, if all else fails after that, then return to Dr. Stoltz. Give him a ribbing for why the hell he's not spoken to my father when he's supposed to be seeing to him. And then ask him to translate the book as penance. I think that's a good plan, personally. Right, let's go speak to Father Thomas, who's literally next door to us. As much as we personally don't like Father Thomas and are highly suspicious, Magdalen's probably got no reason to suspect him of anything right now. Ah, God bless you, Magdalen. God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course. What can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing's saints. I'd like to represent them in the Rat House. Ah, I'm thrilled to hear it. The saints will make a wonderful centrepiece for the murals, which means we're clearly not going to depict them. Exactly. I may incorporate them, but there are other possibilities. Ah. Then I will endeavour to convince you to include them. But you know there is one saint you're overlooking. Contemplate this. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course. Mary! Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint, and she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. The Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing? Why? Yes, she appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the Bishop of Freesing that she had appeared. The peasant travelled down to Freesing, but the bishop would not see or hear him. Seems like a reasonable response, all things considered. Perhaps, but blessed are those who believe but have not seen. But sadly, the bishop did not believe. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freesing. Okay, I'll keep listening for now. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant who told him of the 2 apparitions he had seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassing. Bishop came here? He did. It's the only time the bishop has ever come to Tassing. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Was the town so poor that they couldn't build their own? Oh, I don't know, but certainly the support of the bishop must have made it much easier. And so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear the story? True, I am not. The people told me when I came. And the former priest told them when they were children, and so on. And therefore, clearly, it's not true. The priest and the flock have shared the responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? What, with some far-fetched tale? Hardly. I'll think about it, Father. I'll think about it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you will find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you and your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Our Lady of the Labyrinth. A bit boring, really. Bit boring. We've got a church here with a labyrinth. We don't need it in the flipping rat house as well. Leave the church for the murally labyrinthy thing. For the labyrinthy thing. The mural has to be a bit different. Right, where's Elsie? Oh, hello. Good morning, Magdalene. How's the mural coming along? Yeah, making good progress. I've started working on the history of the saints today. Oh, good, good. Tassing is a pilgrimage town after all. I trust you'll take the council's opinion on the matter into account. Of course I will. Of course I will. We'll say this, but of course, clearly we're painting what the hell we were flipping well choose. That's reassuring to hear, Magdalene. In fact, we are being reasoned. We based our first decision on clear evidence. Your father is a stubborn man when he wants to be. Age has made him strong-minded. Perhaps you are better suited to this project than he is. All I ask is that you keep the Lord in mind. The mirror is for Tassing, but we have others to appease as well. I understand. Thank you, Magdalene. Oh, anyway, I'm glad that the mirror is coming along well. Forgive my sudden questioning about it. I've been so busy preparing for the council's next meeting. I haven't had as much time with Anna as usual. She says I get a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. Oh, is the council working on something new? We're considering yearly maintenance checks on every house in Tassie. The idea's had quite a bit more pushback than we'd anticipated. Yeah, can't imagine why. I mean, I certainly love it if my neighbours knows their way into my house every year. Well, it's a matter of safety, Magdalene. The old widow's house was practically falling apart before she died. This would help protect those in Tassing who don't have the skill to fix things themselves. Widows like Agnes or Gret. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before anything actually is done. Anyway, I'd better get back to work. Thank you for letting me interrupt your day. God bless you. Until later, Paul. So, yeah, Paul's a current miller. Hello! Good day, Master Muller. What are you up to today? Oh, dog as well. Enjoying. Anything interesting? No, secrets. Oh, I see. Well, I'll leave you to it then. And of course we've got to pet Subi? Subi? Subi or not Subi? That is the question. Of course we will pet Subi. There we go. Where's your wife? Oh, we're supposed to be seeing somebody, aren't we? The Muller house. The Muller house is the... we're looking for Anna. Elsie, sorry. Not Anna. Elsie. There's Anna. There's Elsie. And there's Ulrika. We'll spot with Elsie first. Ah, Magdalene dear. What brings you up the hill? Dad was telling me your family's been in Tassing for hundreds of years. Oh, is this for the mural? I'm not sure I want to get mixed up in that. No, I won't depict your family specifically, if that helps. You're one of the few people who knows anything about the town after the Romans left. The Mullers have been a pillar of Tassing for generations, yes, though I'm afraid I only know a little bit about them. And much of that I've heard from others. Leonard didn't care to talk about the past. I meant your family, the one you were born to. Your family's name was Caviezel, wasn't it? Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbours had forgotten us. I'm not surprised your father remembers the Caviezels. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I'm the last of us left now. Yeah. You say it's Caviezel, not Caviezelin. I've always been called Caviezel, as were my sisters and mother and her mother before her. My grandfather told me the Caviezels have lived in this area for hundreds of years, perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. Were they pagans? Yes, the original Bavarian people, here even before the Romans. My grandfather said his grandfather told him the Caviezels resettled the town after the Romans left, built their new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. That's just a story. How do you know it's true? Oh, I heard it from my family. Do you think they would lie? I think they could misremember. Oh, no, we weren't going to... No, I didn't mean that. No, I think you did. But it's all right. However true it may or may not be doesn't matter, Magda. It matters that I believe it, that it connects me to my ancestors. When I think of the ancient Cavizels driven from their land only to find it again and become Christians, they feel nearer to me. Do you understand? I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mum. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can almost recall it. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favourite songs to Ulrika, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's all right. Just as I may not know exactly how the Cavizels resettled at Tassing. What matters is that I feel close to her and them, even though they are so far from me now. That is what stories are for, Magda. Now, go on. You've got a mural to complete. Thank you. You have given me much to consider. Oh, God bless you, Magdalene, dear. Ooh, speaking with Elsa. So we've got a couple of things here. So we've got this Lady of the Labyrinth. A bit boring. History of the family. Displaced from their land but returned in the same spot. I think it might have been the same family's body. Not really feeling that either. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Anna. How are you? Oh, keeping busy. There's always plenty to do around the house. How is the mural coming? Paul mentioned your progress is quite impressive. I'm making steady progress. I think I'll be finished just before the new year. Oh, how wonderful. I'll have to bring Andreas and Ulrika by sometime to see your progress. We won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about the process. Oh, you're more than welcome. Watch your step. There's plaster everywhere. I just mixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Oh, I can imagine. I had a similar problem when I helped my mother in the bakery. Rolling dough in winter was such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable, Magdalene. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on working with my parents more times than I can count. But you're so hard-working, Anna. I can't imagine you making trouble. It is funny to consider, isn't it? I was a thief and a scoundrel. Started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets I found around town. Of course, stealing is against the commandments. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already and march me to church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. What changed? Well, I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. When the trouble started in town, I realised that my thieving wasn't doing any good. I decided I'd rather honour my father and mother as God commands. It gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrika on the hard days, and with the rest of the town too. Yes, well, I think everyone can learn from your example, Anna. Hopefully from my present one rather than my past. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mirror work to do. Yes, I'll see you later. God bless you. Magdalene! Hello, Ulrika. Hello! What are you doing? Excuse me, oh, my voice. Watching. Very well, keep up the good work. Work! Ah, just like Mum. I will work now. Okie dokie, bye, everyone. Right, we have some... Oh, yeah, we've seen the update. So that's the miller sorted. The Father Thomas sorted. Now, to the ruins of the Abbey. I don't think we've been back to the Abbey since it actually was caught on fire, I don't think. Or have we been back to the Abbey since? I don't think we have. Martha and Carl. Golden hand in. We're going to skip past these people, are we? Or not? But it's still so beautiful here, Martha. One more moment. Oh, all right, take your time. Oh, hello, Magdalene. Dad, look who it is. Good morning, Mistress Juckerin. Hello, Martha. Carl, how are you today? On our usual walk around town. November hasn't grown too cold yet. Dr. Stoltz says Dad needs to keep using the leg or the pain will get worse. And I'm getting old. Not so old you can sit around at home telling stories, eh? You listen to your daughter, Carl. Hey, you young girls think you're my keeper, is that it? I've always been your keeper, Dad. No arguments from me there. Good mood today, I see. Plenty of reasons to be. Tassing never ceases to be beautiful to me. Isn't the meadow a wondrous sight, even in this season? On days the Lord strengthens me, I like going a bit higher up in the mountains. Used to admire the view with Anton from there. Ah, Anton. My poor boy. Oh, it's all right, Dad. I'm sorry, Carl. It's not your fault, Magdalene. Just a babe then. I can't. Oh, it's my fault that he died. It's not, Dad. You know it's not. He shouldn't have been with me that night. He shouldn't have. I was a fool. The abbey was engulfed in flames. The heat, you wouldn't believe it. Seared the hair off my eyebrows. I was bleeding. Anton tried to drag me out of the fight. Then, that godforsaken lance-neck stepped between us. I hope he burns in hell. Oh, I can't imagine what it was like. How old were you during the revolt, Martha? 7 or so. I didn't understand what was happening. Someone brought Dad home in the middle of the night. It was dark, confusing. There was screaming outside. Mum and a couple of the men who brought Dad in were trying to patch up the wound, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, "Where's Anton? Where's Anton?" There was blood over the floor. It's a harrowing retelling here. Oh, you cried so much you threw up. We couldn't get you to stop. I couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... Martha, my dear, enough of that. Oh my God. My God, yeah, I'm so sorry. It was we've kind of brought this up here. How did you go on? How did you... Yeah, just keep rubbing the salt in, why don't you, Magdalene? Did I? I don't know. Some nights I think I'm there still. The abbey's always burning. My Helena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha to care for. May the Lord bless and keep her. As he keeps your mother, Magdalene. I had to keep going for Martha. And somehow my daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose that was all Helena's doing. Dad, if I am any good, it's because of you. Well, thank you for... sorry, I asked you to really... Yes, we are sorry, actually. It was quite harrowing. No, it needs to be told. We can't let people forget. Not here, not anywhere else. The abbey burned. People died. We have to remember, and our children have to remember. Because when no one remembers any longer, then they will all truly be dead. See you later, Nameless Crusader. Hope work goes okay. It's time we continued with the walk, Dad. Yes, dear. I'm feeling much more alive now. Be well, you two. Goodness me. Right, the Abbey. I don't know if we've been back. I don't think we have been back since it burned down. This could... Oh, look. I should talk to Sister Gertrude, since she was a Benedictine nun at Kearsau before the poor Clares arrived. She would be able to tell me about the convent's history for the mural. Yeah, look at it, all overgrown. Oh dear. A proper ruin then, eh? Okay, well the convent was this way. And there's Sister Gertrude. How handy. She's outside waiting for us. What was that noise? A cat. Oh, God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favour to ask of you. Oh, of course, Magdalene. I'll help however I can. I have a book, The History of Tessay, and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I am sorry, Magdalene. Okay, that's fine. I'll find another way. There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the Rat House mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough galls stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I wanted to actually ask you about the history of Kearsau. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of Tassing Saints to the Rat House mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew, since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes. I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. Oh, that old bag. Oh, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish, Magdalene Druckeren. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover whilst contemplating the holy life, Ah, yes. I see. I've always been drawn to your veil, sister. There's something about the fashion of it all. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? Oh, time's going to pass. Should we go speak with Dr. Stoltz first, actually? Or do this first? Interesting. I mean, I suppose translating the book might take time also. I hate backtracking, so we're here now, so we'll give it a whirl. Ah, Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckeren. The printer's daughter, yes? Ah. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. I thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckeren to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yes. I wonder that you've never come up the Abbey before, Mistress Druckeren. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? Ooh, I don't think... Are we going to lie? I mean, this is actually a lie. This is actually a lie anyway. This sounds a bit stuttery. Yeah, that's kind of semi-truthful. I'll go down this line, see what that gets us. Worried that helping my father running the shop alone and finishing the mural too much for me. Oh, that's no. Maybe we should have lied. Magdalene, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working or printing shop and painting are not suitable duties for a woman. Thank God you have turned to us for help. It's no wonder you have felt overburdened by all of this. Please come. I am happy to tell you more of our order. Happy days. Bore us to tears here. Oh! We're in the old abbey here. Look at this. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kearsau double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it is not ours to produce and live solely on the arms of the community of Tassing, as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? 100%. Oh, I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around to get a feel for the place, if you don't mind. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me, and we will discuss your decision to join. Decision. Finally, I thought she'd never leave. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting in the rat house. She's very trusting of this lady. Well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going first? The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop. Though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. Ooh, and so we are off on our jolly jaunts around the former abbey and its current dishevelled state. Anyway, it's about 20 past 8. I'm at football at 9, which gives me about 20 minutes to get ready and just potter about before I set off. So I think it's a good place to end it. In the next session, we will explore the abbey. Hopefully find some interesting stuff to paint, more interesting than the couple of snippets that we've got so far. We'll see. And then we shall continue to paint our fantastic mural. But yeah, thanks for joining me this evening, folks, for some more of Pentiment. We shall continue onwards with this probably on Monday. Sunday I'll be playing some CK2. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evenings. Enjoy the rest of what's left of the week. Hopefully see some of you on Sunday for some CK2. But yes, right now it is time for me to end. So until next time, I shall see you soon. And we'll end with some music, of course. So let's get to the main menu, shall we? See you later.